We just got our first set made here. It is 5:26 in the morning. You could start legally setting at 5, so not doing too bad, but got a bunch of sets to make, so one down. Let's keep moving. Alright, we got set number 2 here, and I spent way too long trying to find the exact spot I wanted. Some have had Fisher on trail cam before, but just could not find it in the dark, so we're in the general vicinity, should be good enough. We got some venison as bait, some castor as lure in the box, and then up high we got some gusto. Alright, good morning everybody. Finally got some daylight here, and absolutely beautiful day. Give you a quick look around. We finally got snow. And so last couple days it's been snowing. It's actually been warm. It's been above freezing like all week. And now it's in the teens, and it's going to get like single digits and below 0 from here on out. So snow, cold, perfect for trapping, and just beautiful, beautiful to be out. And I got a set here. And let's see. Can you see? Yeah, hard to see on the camera, but I got a feather hanging there, so we are ready to go. Alright, I wanted to show this set. I had one here last year. There's a big pine tree that had a burn in it, so I kind of tucked my box in where the burn happened, and then I scraped a bunch of the debris out, so it looks like something's been digging in there, so that'll give some nice eye appeal. And a bunch of the branches kind of fell down, which makes it kind of brush piley, which is a good spot to hunt for rabbits and voles and things like that fish are looking for. And then, as usual, I got a feather hanging. But that's the set. Some nice thick wood area. And there were some prints by here last year, so let's hope we connect this year. Got our next set in here. This is a Bobcat set, so 220, bigger box. Got some feathers on the ground there for visual attractant. And I got a feather hanging over there. And inside I got venison, but there was a bunch of chipmunks that were digging under my cement, and so I put a whole chipmunk that I had caught this summer in there, so hopefully if a bobcat comes, or any animal really, sees that, they'll try and pounce in there right away to get that. And then I've got some feline fix lure that I put on the back edge of the pan. I've had them on trail cam before, rubbing up against where I've put that lure, so should be a good one if I can get anything close. And then the standard gusto and some castor lure. But hopefully we'll get a bobcat. Got the snowshoes on here. And we're just walking through a winter wonderland. It's absolutely beautiful out. Snow on all the trees. Nice temperature. I'm just trying to find spots to make sets. Hopefully find some tracks. But I know they're in the area, so we'll see what happens. But winter wonderland. So I'm in the pines here and found a good spot, and then found a bunch of tracks. Looks like mostly fox and coyote. But I like the area. And then got a feather hanging there for a little bit of attractant, but in here it's so dense, won't do a whole lot. And then I put a 220 box here just in case a fox, maybe a coyote comes along. It's really hard to get canines to put their heads in a conibear, but this is a bigger box, a bigger trap. It has the connie pan, and well, I can't see it too well from this angle. Got another chipmunk in there, some rabbit fur, venison, and then I threw kind of some fur around to make it look like there was kind of a struggle. So trying for Fisher, but not going to pass up the opportunity to possibly get a fox. Although, wish I was snaring, because that would be the ideal spot right there, but snares you got to check every day. Conibears you only got to check every 3 days, so conibear it is. Made it to an old abandoned beaver lodge here, but there should be mink around, so got a small one there, and then there's a hole in the ice there, and over there. So there's, I'm not sure if it's mink or muskrat, I haven't walked over there yet to see, but there's some open water, there's tracks, so some sort of small aquatic animals around, but I would assume mink are around, and if they are, they're definitely going to check out the beaver lodge, so hopefully we'll get something coming in. Okay, so I got closer to the run, and there's a tiny bit of open water right there yet, and tracks going to it, moving around. This is just starting to freeze, but could probably be opened up pretty easy, but very distinct mink trail. And then I got my set right in there, so hopefully something will come by. Had to widen the hole a little bit, so hopefully they don't get too suspicious, but that's my set. And then just absolutely gorgeous out. I know I've said it before, but again, this is why you do this. This is why you come out trying to get animals, but just spending time out in this, can't go wrong no matter what happens. Alright, got a final box here for today. So, started in the dark, and I'm ending in the dark. And then if you look in there, I got venison for bait, gusto for lure, some beaver caster for lure, and you won't be able to see it now in the dark, but I hung a feather. But, great day to be out, but time to get home, and this year I stayed a little closer to home, so got about an hour and a half less drive to get home, so that'll be nice. And let's see, today's Saturday, so we'll come back to check on Tuesday, so 3 days, and hopefully we'll have something. Got some beautiful scenery here. I set on Saturday, it's now Tuesday, so everything's been sitting 3 days, so time to check traps and see what we got. And most of them are going to be in the dark. It's already late afternoon, but a couple of them I'll see during daylight, and hopefully we got something waiting. Otherwise we got another 3-day set before we're going to take down. So out, checking traps, enjoying the beautiful scenery, and I don't know, it's about 1 degree right now, or I think that's about 18 below for Celsius people. But enjoying the day. Just coming up on our first set here, so I'll see if we manage to get anything. We are still set. So I'm going to put out some more long distance call lure, and we'll move on. Alright, checking our next set here. And this is the one where I couldn't find the exact spot I wanted and I was roaming around in the dark. But again, general vicinity, which for fisher is all you really need. So, you know, I'm within 20 to 50 yards of the spot I wanted. So, definitely close enough that if something's around, they'll come find my set. And nothing. So put up some more call lure and move on. And then I just wanted to show off this really nice trap basket that I got. One of my uncles gave this to me, so thank you. Really appreciate it. And I really like it's got this little extension on it for holding your lure and your bait, so you can keep that out of your main pack, and then load this full of all your other gear, your traps and setters and whatever you need to bring. But really nice strap pack, so really appreciate that. Thank you. And hopefully I'll get some fur here to break it in with. Alright, heading into a spot here. Obviously night has fallen, but today's I think the 20th, so it's the day before the solstice. So shortest day of the year, so long night. But haven't been filming much because I'm just trying to hurry up in the dark. But also haven't had anything to show. So, but this is the set where those fox tracks went by. So thought this one might be interesting to walk up on if something happened to come by. We're supposed to get about 5 inches of snow overnight tonight, but luckily this one's in the pines, so shouldn't really get too buried. Some of the other ones might, but things will be able to sniff it out still. And we're still set. And doesn't look like anything. Squirrel, maybe a rabbit. That was super frequent. Nothing really recent through here. Like I said, I wish I could set snares, but I don't have the time. But hopefully a fox will come by, and again, it's really hard to get them to stick their head in a conibear, but it piques their interest. And then I've got a whole chipmunk in there, so if it gets close enough to see that, hopefully instinct will kick in and it'll just try and grab it. But moving on. Getting to another set here, and this one was where last year had a refusal from a fisher. I mean, the prints were to the very front. He must have had his nose on the trigger and not gone in. My guess is that I had the triggers not bent wide enough. I usually keep them a little closer together in case a marten comes by, but this is too far south for marten, and I forgot to spread it, so I'm assuming that's why I didn't go in last year. But let's see if anything came this year. We're still set, and I don't see any tracks. But it's only been 3 days, so more lure and come back on Friday. This is the beaver lodge, so we got the mink set here. Checked the one that was just in the run, but nothing's been by that again. And I think we got a mink. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow. Light a little better here. That is a big ol' buck mink. That's the biggest one I've gotten. I mean, see how big it is compared to my hand there. Very nice. Pleased with that. So, yeah, this is a abandoned beaver lodge. They don't use it. I've been here in the summer to check on it, and it's all in disrepair. And the side here was kind of open, so I just put my box in there. And venison and castor. And put a couple feathers around just as a visual attractant. And we got this real nice buck mink. And also probably why nothing was in the run, so I might as well pull that one if I got this guy out of here. But, wow, that is a nice one. I'll have to give you a better look at him later. And it's, I don't know, probably about 8 below, so too cold to take him out of the trap right now. He'll have to warm up, but wow. That is a big, real nice mink. So, thank you, friend. Oh, alright. Just made it back to the car, and just wanted to show you how frosty I got out here. It's about 8 below zero right now. That's about minus 22 for the Celsius people. And it's supposed to be about 13 below overnight tonight. But made it back to the car, so doing good. And we got that real nice mink. So, moving on. Alright, so I'm going to topple him here in the car because it's real windy out there. And probably won't be able to hear much. And once I'm out there, I'm also going to have my face covered. So give you a little rundown here. I was here last on Tuesday. It's now Friday, and I'm gonna take down, technically the season goes for another 2 days, but those 2 days are Christmas Eve and Christmas, so not gonna do that. So I'm taking down today, and we got about probably 8 inches of snow, and then now it's gonna start blowing. There's about a 20 mile an hour constant wind, and then there's gonna be up to like 50 mile an hour gusts. So it's about 5 below right now, which isn't too terrible, but with the wind gusts it can get to about 40 below, or for you Celsius people, also 40 below. That's where those temperatures meet, so simple there. So yeah, gonna have face covered, it's gonna be blowing, not gonna be a ton of sound, so I probably won't be doing too much filming, so I just wanted to give a little rundown here. But hopefully we got some stuff waiting for us, but see what we can do here. Alright, our first box to take down here. And I can see our feathers still flapping around. Looks like we're still set. Yep. So, grab this box and get moving. We got our next set here. Coming up just around this bend. Under a log. Still set. And actually, the amount of snow that we got, it's kind of tucked up, didn't cover the boxes as much as I thought. So that's really nice. Everything's still really accessible. You can still smell the lure. Oh, it'd be nice to leave everything out another couple days, but like I said, it's Christmas Eve and Christmas the next 2 days, so even though the season's open, I'm taking down. And then I'm in the thick of the woods here, and so the wind is actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So actually took a layer off, took my face covering off. Obviously got the beard, which frosts up nice, but keeps the cold off. But yeah, not as bad as I was expecting. So being in the thick of the woods is keeping the wind off, and then sub-zero temperatures really aren't that bad as long as you're moving. I mean, obviously for anything you gotta dress for the weather, but I'm moving around, I'm doing stuff, so I actually had to take a layer off. But we're clearing boxes and doing good. Alright, coming into a bobcat spot here. So a little thick getting through because they like going through some of the short, gnarly stuff. But it opens up a little bit. Feather got kind of wrapped around the tree, but that's okay. And still set. Alright, yeah, there's some bobcat tracks that went by here. So I threw a box out. But actually, for as bad as it sounded, and they had travel warnings for doing anything today, but it's actually a pretty nice day. Again, I'm thick enough in the woods that I don't have much wind to deal with. And it's nice having the woods to yourself. And not just because it's so cold, but deer hunting in Minnesota, there's about 400,000 people that participate. Trapping fisher in Marten, there's roughly 1,000. So there's just so many fewer people. So you just get the woods all to yourself. And it's very, very nice. But I still got some more traps, so we'll move on. Alright, we got another box to check here. Let's see if we got anything that's been coming. And we're still set. So back this out of here and move on. Okay, this is the last box we have on this line, and then I've got just two boxes out closer to home, but probably be dark checking those. This is kind of in a rabbit brush kind of area. But let's see what we got. Still set. Alright, so like I said, I'll grab this and go check the last two that I have. They're about halfway home from here, so probably be dark by then. Sun's getting low, if you can tell over there, but again, turned into a beautiful day. You're thick in the woods, so the wind can't get you. But pulling traps and heading home. Alright, lost a little bit of daylight here, but we're coming on our second to last box. It is still set. So one more to go here. Coming up on our final box here. This is the first box that we set, which was in the dark at the time, and so taking it down in the dark seems appropriate. But very last box, so hopefully we got something waiting for us here. We got all the rest taken down during the daylight though, so that was nice. Last box, and it's set off. I can't tell what's there, but it's set off. Give me a minute to get my mittens on here so I can brush it off. Alright, very last box. And we got something here waiting on us. What did we get? Oh, and we did get a fisher. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. If I didn't get anything this year at this spot, I was gonna give up on it. I know it's a good spot, but it's 3/4 of a mile at least each direction, just in and out, and it's the only box that I put back here. So it's just a hassle to go that far just to check a single box, but it paid off, so oh, that's exciting. Very last box, got a fisher. So let's see if I can get you a little bit of a better look at him here, and we'll move on. Alright, here's a little bit better look. Got a really nice fisher here in our very last trap, so that was a really nice surprise. And not huge, so I'm assuming it's a female. It's quite frozen, so I can't separate it to feel if it's a male or not, but I'm going to assume it's a female just based on size, and then females have a finer coat, so they're worth more. But super happy about that. I wasn't really expecting to get anything, but that's the thing with fishers. They have huge home ranges, and our season's only 9 days, of which I've only had my boxes out 7 days, and just you feel very accomplished when you connect. So just very happy to have gotten this animal, and we now have this very nice fisher and that hell of a nice mink. So I'll have to get these unfroze and show them both to you in the daylight, but for now we got our very last trap with exactly what we were looking for, so pack it up and head out and show you guys in the daylight. Alright, so here's a better look at the mink and the really nice fisher that I got. And they're both pretty good size. I mean, this mink is gigantic. So really nice buck mink. And yeah, super happy with that. I mean, that's by far the biggest one I've ever even seen trapped or alive. And then beautiful fisher here. And now that I got it stretched out that it's thawed, it's bigger than I thought. Has some nice weight to it. But beautiful fisher. Doesn't really have a chest blaze or anything like they sometimes do, but just gorgeous animal. And yeah, just the beautiful grizzled that just fades into the dark black the farther back you go. So two really nice animals here, and I'll have to get those skinned. And fisher, you have to register the pelt and turn the skull in, so I've got to get that done today. But overall a successful trapping season, so appreciate you coming along and watching what I had to do.